gonna be cutting my fucking
Minneapolis,
videos.
Minnesota. Welcome to Fresh Fruits right here on KFAI Radio. If you're just tuning in, this is the longest running LGBTQ show in the country and in the nation. And I am your girl Shimmer. And also, it is the very end of 2021. So this is the last and final episode of Fresh Fruit for 2021. I'm really honored to be here tonight because we have a very, very special show tonight. And I'm not by myself. I got my sisters in the house with me tonight. So tonight's show is going to be with the girls. So if you don't know about this series, it is called Tea Time with the Girls. It's a YouTube series that was created by Ashley Breed, who is an Afro-Trans Latina. She's a visionary creator, and she is from New York City. And we also have an interview from her coming up very soon. We're going to play that about 7:30. But I have some really fabulous sisters in the studio with me, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So first and foremost, hello, ladies.
Hi.
What it do? Yes. So why don't we just go around and just say your names and your preferred pronouns, please.
What up, Minneapolis? This is your girl Raquel. My pronouns are she, her, and hers.
Hi, Minneapolis. My name is Katrina, and my pronouns are she, her, hers.
Hi, Minneapolis. This is Carmen. She, her, hers.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Rahima Don Diva, she, hers, and
Her.
Queen.
I love it. Woo, I'm so glad I'm not by myself today. I don't know, Miss.
You're
Phoebe.
never by yourself.
I know. This mic isn't. Your mic, for some reason, is not working, so you might have to share with Ford.
Come on.
So I'm sorry. All right. Well, we're here tonight because we're going to talk about Tea Time with the Girls. It is a YouTube series that Ashley Breed created, and it brings trans women of color together on a platform. It's kind of sort of like The Talk, like The View, The Real. And we talk all things tea, which means anything trans. And we talk from anything from social justice to pop culture, trans issues. And so not only is it in New York and in LA, but now right here in the Twin Cities. And I'm really excited because myself and these amazing sisters in the studio with me are a part of this beautiful project. And actually, we have 2 episodes that are already on YouTube. So first and foremost, if you want to hear about the episode and you want to watch it, please subscribe to the Tea Time Network on YouTube, and you can also donate. We can't talk about prices on the air, but you can donate at Linktree, that's linktr.ee/Tea Time Network. All right, so, and Rahima, who's up in the studio with me, and all, by the way, y'all have been on the air with me before. Woohoo! So y'all, these Radio Divas. So Miss Rahima, I want to give you a shout out because you actually are the one that connected with Ashley and you got this off the ground. So first and foremost, I want to give you
Hey.
So Riri, why don't we just go around and just say what made you want to get this going for right here in the Twin Cities?
That's a very good question. So, I've actually been a huge fan of the Tea Time Network. I followed them on YouTube for the past few years, and I saw that they started actually a long time ago.
It's like just standing up for who you are. You're gonna play me. This is not a joke to me. This is my life. So yeah, that happened to us last year. We were hanging out with a group of girls, and someone made a comment
To one of our other girls.
to another girlfriend of ours, and we kind of took offense to it because we're all trans. So it's like I'm not gonna let my girlfriend get made fun of
and they grew and they expanded, and then I saw that there was they just stopped. There's been a gap in their production, and so I'm like, this is something that I would love to see for Minneapolis. I just know that there's such a huge community here. We have amazing, talented, creative trans women out here in Minneapolis, and I'm like, hello, we could do it too, basically. So that's why I really wanted to get this going up here.
Right. Beautiful, beautiful. And we've already had 2 episodes, so we're kind of like celebrities, ladies.
Right.
A little bit, something like that.
My mom is like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. I love watching you guys.
Oh,
That's what's up.
I love that. So from the first 2 episodes, let's just kind of go around and talk about when you were asked to be a part of the project, kind of like what went through your mind? Were you like, okay, is this a TV series, or kind of like what were you thinking about when you heard about this YouTube series for Tea Time with the Girls? And whoever wants to answer that.
I guess I don't know like the order of who she asked, but I know when she asked me, I was like, me? Little old me. I work in mental health, and that's the first thing I was like, well, I do work in mental health, and I'm trying to become a therapist, so I guess I can see how my input would matter. But still in my head, I was like, this is little regular girl from Chicago. Like, who cares what I think? But I'm really, really honored that she asked me to be a part of it, because I think all of us here and all the girls that we have can bring something to the table. So thank you very much for asking me.
Of course. Thank you, Katrina. And Carmen?
Yeah, so like Katrina said, like when Rahima was like posting everything, I was like, wow, this looks like it's gonna be really, really amazing. And I just had to be a part of it. So that's when I inboxed Shimmer and was like, put me in it. I need to be in it. I have to.
She was like, sign me up.
Right.
We need
like,
a Barbie in there. Come on, Carmen.
of course.
I mean, we're all Barbies, but
Right.
It
It's
Carmen
just
Barbie.
Right. It's such a good cause. That's why I really want to be in it. So, and I'm so honored.
Yes.
And so I guess I'll go next because I've been in 2 of the episodes. I was excited because I was like, for YouTube, I've always wanted to do YouTube. And so I was excited. So, and I think for me, like, just to be on this fabulous platform with all you beautiful Shamazing sisters has been just so worthwhile. So I'm so honored and grateful, and thanking you for the beautiful opportunity.
Yeah.
And Raquel,
Yes.
so you are going to be in this upcoming one, but
Yes.
when you were asked to be part of it, the project, first and foremost, like
Yeah,
what went through your mind?
Well, it's crazy because I too have been wanting to kind of step into this, platform of kind of vlogging or podcasting, and I actually have like 4 or 5 videos on my phone that I have been too terrified to post. And when Riri was like, hey girl, I'm about to do this, I was like, okay, well maybe this will be like my little toe in the pond, and it could be like a spin-off of something, and so I just think that I thank her for her bravery, because it's allowed me to kind of put myself in a vulnerable and a spot and to do this, so yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm so excited.
I can't wait, and I think we all bring such a different flavor
Yes.
to the whole conversation in the panel. Like, I feel like we're like Bratz dolls, beautiful
Right.
trans dolls.
Oh, I want to be like that one. I want to be like that one. Yeah.
Or we're kind of like our trans Spice Girls, like when viewers like they watch, they're like, oh, I love this one, I love this one, because I think we all have such a different perspective in this project, and I think it's just really fabulous to see this come to life.
Right.
Have any of you seen like any of the Tea Time with the Girls Network?
Hi guys, welcome to Tea Time London, the original home of sexy tabloid scandal, where the tea is always savagely drinkable.
Those girls were amazing. I was like, wow, like they really telling it how it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of girls don't do that nowadays. So it's like really good that we got girls out here that's like courage enough to just say what it is and what we go through.
Because they go deep into those topics, and some of those topics are kind of like sensitive, and they didn't hold back. They just went all in it, say how they felt, and I was like, okay, it takes a pretty strong and, like Carmen said, courageous person to get raw, like that deep, and talk about those topics, because they need to be talked about.
I was going to say that I think it's super important right now, especially right now, that we create our platform. We have had wonderful platforms started for us. We've got Laverne Cox, we've got Angelica Ross, we've got I can't say her name, Janet Mock. We've got MJ, who goes by her real full name now, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. But we've got these amazing women who are creating these platforms for us. But it's so nice when you have women in your own neighborhood who you can look up to, who you can tap into. And I think that this is just such a great platform, because we do have younger trans folks coming out of the woodwork, and for them to have this platform to go to YouTube and type in Tea Times for the Girl, and to see these girls, and you can see us at the grocery store. You could and you can have these conversations with that. I think it's great, and so I love that we're all being vulnerable. I love that we're putting ourselves out there, you know. And again, like I've said in podcasts before, we're Minnesotans, you know. We are a completely different breed of girls, right? And I think that we have a voice, and I think that it's time for it to be heard. So
Exactly.
Riri, so you know, for you to kind of see this project, this idea that you had in your head, you reached out to Ashley, and now to see it come to life and actually happen with 2 episodes and more of the continuation, how does that make you feel? Because you should be very proud of yourself.
Yes, most
I
definitely.
feel so like amazed at it. Like I'm so amazed at like what we've been able to do in just 2 episodes. You know, and just like the feedback that we're getting is just so amazing. So
It's all because of you.
no, it's all because of us, because I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. And I'm just so happy that you guys are part of this. And shout out to Ashley Breed
Yes.
for having, you know, like faith in us, for making it happen here in Minneapolis, because you know, she wasn't too sure at first,
I was gonna say,
right?
that's all right.
And she's giving us so much advice. She's giving us so much good advice, like how to like keep it going, keep the momentum, and like she's so educated when it comes to this. And because Minnesota is a quiet place, it's not as rowdy as like New York, Atlanta, like all of Chicago. Like it's not like really that rowdy. So you have to really see the girls within the state, because we're all different and we all bring so much.
Exactly.
I was gonna say quiet because we all
quiet
saw what
storms,
just happened.
because like we, you know, we're sweet and soft and all, you know, fluffy and shit on the outside, but girl, like on the inside,
Like don't play with
you know,
us,
like
'cause we with this
it,
shit.
Right.
you know, I think that's what's nice about we do have. It is Minnesota niceness, you know, like we.
And there's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with it at all. I agree with you, you know, like, but you know, I'll throw you a little shade underneath my breath, girl. And
Right.
you think of the compliment.
Y'all can throw shit on your breath, I'll take a whole tree. I'm not that much of a Minnesota, it's
Right.
Chicago.
Just wait around. It's gonna get more spicy.
Okay.
You know, and I want to go back to the comment that Raquel made about like we're a whole different breed of girls, and no disrespect, because I get what Ashley's saying. I think when you think of Minnesota compared to LA and New York, it is smaller, right? But I will say that here in the Twin Cities, we're powerful women.
Yes.
And the trans community is so vibrant. I just think that we don't get a lot of representation like we should. But truth be told, don't underestimate us ladies, because, you know, we are social justice warriors, okay? We've been through hell and back in our state. Our state's already been on the news through so many things, and just with everything going on. And when I look at the 5 of us sitting here, we are so powerful in our own ways. We all have a lot to say. We are very vocal. We're spicy. We're very opinionated. We have our own flavor, and I think that you just have to really give us a chance to let it all out, because it's there. And I know that a lot is coming. And I definitely know, for instance, when I go back to like episode 2, I want to talk about the Nikita and the makeup palette.
That mess.
That was great.
What a
That was great
compliment.
TV. That was good TV.
Okay.
Yes. All the spice.
Okay, we got the people hooked, huh?
That's like, I want more, I want more.
Keep throwing, flip the table.
Right.
Well, we're gonna have to flip the table, add a little bit of Real Housewives, but with transness.
Right.
So, well, at 7:30, I want to play the interview with Ashley. I don't think we're going to be able to play the whole interview, simply because of the time that we have here. And we definitely have to play some commercials. We're going to go into some commercials, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk more about Tea Time with the Girls. We're going to talk about a sneak peek about what's ready for episode 3. We're not going to give away too much, but we're going to let the viewers and listeners know out there what to expect and what we have ready for them, because of course for them to watch they need to subscribe, they need to support us ladies.
Yes, please support us, you guys.
Please. We'll be right back right here on KFAI's Fresh Fruit, and this is the 2021 wrap-up edition, Tea Time with the Girls. We'll be back in the very last episode of 2021 for Fresh Fruit. Wow, I cannot believe it. It is currently 20 degrees outside,
Come on,
so it's a little bit warm, but not too much. And get ready because we're about
Shimmer,
to.
it's cold.
She said it's
She said
warm.
warm. I'm like warm where?
We're treading down into the negatives, so get ready.
We almost there. Please do not wish it
I think it's gonna be super cold tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Like negative
Like
something.
negative. It's not even
Negative. It's
getting
gonna be like
above.
negative 16.
That just means we gotta drink so we don't get.
Thank God I work from home.
Well,
So,
I'm gonna be dressed like a
They
hoochie
gave me the
mama,
vacation. They gave me the
so I might be
Wow.
sick
Oh,
in the near future.
Sick cough, cough.
All right, so I want to make sure that we play Ashley's interview at 7:30. But really quickly, we got episode 3 coming up. We have 2 episodes. So we just did episode 1. So we feel good about that one. We did our holiday episode, and that was fabulous.
That one
We
was
were
cute.
already festive,
Really
and we have our OD now. What's the puss? Like Merry Pussmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like my favorite word now. Merry Puss. Merry
I love
Pussmas.
Merry Christmas.
So far, have you all watched both episodes in full, like first and
Of
second?
course, we have no choice.
What's your favorite?
She said
What's
we
your
have no
favorite? What's your
choice.
favorite if you have to watch?
Episode 2.
I say the second one still.
Yes.
Yeah, and I feel like only because I feel like the conversations are more in depth.
Yes.
Like we're going into more topics, more in depth, more personal. Like we're really digging deep, and that's what I'm learning about episode 2.
And we
Yes.
throwing stuff.
And as a
Oh,
viewer,
yeah.
as a viewer watching the first one, it was like super, like you can tell.
It was a
Like you
pilot.
could tell that the pilot was like, it's a pilot. We're cute. We're getting in there. We were doing our thing. But the second one, y'all was like, okay, we're professional. The View ladies now. We know what we're doing. We got topics. We got drama for you, and it was great. It was fantastic. I loved watching it, and I loved telling other people to watch it.
Okay. How about you, Miss Katrina?
I like the second one better. I think it was just more put together. I mean, like Raquel said, the first one was just the pilot. We were just like, okay, let's try our best. Here we go. Wish us luck. But then now the second one, where like I think we all are more comfortable, and we know like we shouldn't hold back like our thoughts. Obviously, like with me and with my statements about Nikita, I let that be very known, and everyone actually I think hold back. So I think that was really cool. I'm excited for the third one too.
Yeah.
I love the second one too. I think it was because I think like we were all more comfortable too, and and I definitely love the fact that we're all bringing our own fashion game. It's like we're all like, I love it. I'm like, ooh, look at Katrina, yes, Carmen, okay, yes, okay, Miss Danelle, okay, Shim Shim, so I think we're all gonna step it up. So we can talk. So let's talk episode 3. We don't want to give too much away, ladies, because we want our listeners and we want people to support this
Yes.
show, right?
Absolutely.
So episode 3, what's in store? What do we have in store for episode 3?
Straight out of Diamond Style Production. Dope bitch you ever heard. Dope bitch you ever heard.
All right, y'all ladies, you ready for Ashley?
Yes.
All right, so Ashley was not able to be with us tonight in person. She couldn't call in, so I actually was able to do an interview with her last week. So we're going to play that now. So here is Ashley Breathe. A shout out again to Ashley, who is a trans Afro-Latina. She's a creator, visionary of the TTIME network. She was able to talk a little bit about how it started and everything. So we're going to play that for you right now. All right,
Hey.
welcome back to KFAI right here
Hey,
on
Shay.
Fresh Fruits. That was a little snippet of the
Messed it
interview
up.
with
I got it.
Ashley Breed.
Do it.
Okay.
So again, you can hear the full interview on KFAI.org. Please
It's
tune in
later.
to
There
support
you go.
the
Is
show
that
if you're a fan of
No,
Fresh
you
Fruit
are.
right here on KFAI. We're gonna play another music. We're gonna play another song. This is Ashley Breed. She's also a singer. This is a song called Banana. So here it is right now on Fresh Fruits.
Give it to me, give it to me. can you keep it? I wanna let you in off the deep end. It's the weekend, my body is freaking. Let your mind unwind, don't just peep in. I wanna be your vacation lover, just for the night or maybe another. It's the weekend, my body is freaking. You lips are moving, but I don't hear you speaking. All I want to do is feel your body all night. Dance behind me.
We are having a party up in here. Not only is it the end of the year, but we're 2 days away from 2022. We just heard the interview with Ashley Breed, and we just heard her song Banana. So we want to give a big shout out. We love you, Ashley.
Yay, Ashley, that
Love
was
you, Ashley.
dope.
That was a badass song.
You had us in here
Yes.
shaking our booty.
Yes, it's called Banana. So support Ashley and her beautiful music. So coming up at 8 o'clock, we have Stone on Bone. So don't miss that episode coming up next at 8 o'clock at the top of the hour. So ladies, I want to know what's the future for us right here in the Twin Cities with Tea Time with the Girls. I know that we're doing the YouTube series, but what more would we like to see come of this, especially for our sisters and youth in our community that are watching this, and what can we do for them?
That is a big question, girl.
That is. That's a big one.
I think that honestly, this is probably the best foot forward right now. I think that when it comes to trans things, we're still really quiet here in Minnesota. I wish that we had, kind of the uprising that you see in New York or in Atlanta, but I feel like, we got great healthcare here, but when it comes to support and when it comes to like wrapping your arms around this trans community, it's just not quite here yet. And what I would love to see is it normalized, right? So I would like to be able to go to the doctor normally. I'd like to be able to walk down the street normally. I'd like to be able to go eat normally and all those things. I mean, forget COVID, just being a Black trans woman, I want to do those things without having to look over my shoulder. I want to do those things without having to worry about if I'm being clocked. I just want to live my life. And I know that it's becoming a little bit more mainstream, if you will, because we've had things like Pose, we've had things like Legendary, and there are more and more people who are non-binary and gender fluid who are really kind of stepping it out, right? But forgive me for saying this, when it comes to trans, I think that they're in a different bucket than trans women and trans men, right? They are fluid, right? There is this, I can be a woman, I can be a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas I am a woman. I'm a woman every day, and sometimes I have to prove that to people when I shouldn't have to. And so what I would like to see is for me to not have to do that anymore. I want people to not have to hide behind something that they're not. I think, and again, excuse me for saying this, I think that gender fluidity and gender non-binary is just that. It's this kind of safety spot that we've created for folks because they didn't want to necessarily fall all the way into being trans, because there is more of a stigma than it is with just being like, I can say, I'm gender fluid and I can do what I want. Whereas when I say I'm transgender, it's a completely different ballgame. And so I just want it to be equal. You know what I'm saying? I think that even gender non-binary and gender fluid folks have kind of outshadowed us as part of this trans community, and we were here first.
Yeah. And aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
So
I think for me, the biggest thing is it's fun with all the production and getting glammed up and looking, getting beat and beat in the face and all that. It's cute and it's fun, and it makes it for good TV, and it gets the adrenaline going and we live our fantasy. But aside from all that, for me, it's more personal for me. It's kind of like what Raquel was saying. But for me, growing up in a predominantly very old school Catholic Mexican upbringing, I didn't have anyone to talk to growing up about what I was feeling or whatever, and I had this reputation of being like the angry kid always fighting in school and always getting in trouble, and I'm just like the bad kid, when in reality I was hiding that I really felt like I was in the wrong body. And so I was always out in the streets, I was running around with gangbangers, I was doing this, I was doing that, drinking, partying so much, until I finally said I need to leave Chicago and find myself, and that's where I came to Minnesota and I started my transition. So it was scary. It was the scariest thing I've ever had to do in my life, and I did it, and I made it, and I am who I am now, and I've come so far in my life. And I want this platform to be like a resource, or like what we were saying earlier, I want other younger trans women, especially of color, to be able to look it up and be like, oh wow, she's Mexican, her family's Catholic, or oh wow, she's black, or this, and I'm not alone, and okay, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
That's what I want this to be. I want it to be a safe space for younger youths, because I'd be a horrible person if I said that I want the next younger person to go through what I went through to get to where I am, because I wouldn't want that for someone. I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
I want them to have it easier. So I hope that this can be that space for those people.
Preach, yes.
And like what Katrina was saying, like, it's more personal for me. Like, it's our life. We're putting it out there for everyone to see, and you know, it's up to you to determine if you're gonna let people's judgment stop you from being you. No one is gonna live the life that you live. They're not gonna go through the things that you went through. So by you showing your perseverance and pushing through like your struggles and letting people hear your story is gonna help give them confidence on how to push through. And I feel like I just want to really have that courage to give to other girls. Like, I want to be me. I want to live this life without any issues, any threats to my life. Like, I just want to be me, and I really want to help bring that to life.
Okay.
I love that.
How about you, Miss Riri?
You know, I just want to see trans people in media and have it be so common that it's not even a second thought. It's like, I want to see trans characters in movies. I want to see trans people play characters.
And trans actors.
Exactly. And I want to see trans talk shows. That's why I think that Tea Time with the girls is so important, because stuff like this needs to be out there. It needs to be frontline. It needs to be broadcasted.
Telling our own stories.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I am so proud of is the fact that here in the Twin Cities we're being put on the map, because I think we're really powerful, we're beautiful, and there are trans women of color that exist in this city, and we have a lot to say. And I also think, like, what I love about this opportunity is the fact that we could talk about our struggles and our fears. Oftentimes when I go into a space, I can't talk about how I feel. When we talk about dysphoria, when we talk about belonging and being accepted, or even talking about a real relationship, right? So for me, that's why I love the fact that we're doing this, because it's often hard to be very open about how I feel or how I look with a group of people that are not trans, that don't identify with us, right? So for me, I'm really great that we're able to talk about this. And I feel like people that are watching our Tea Time with the Girls Twin Cities episodes, there's someone or people that are tuning in from both episodes that identify with us in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
So they may not agree with what we all talk about or say, but we might be inspiring someone to be who their true authentic self is.
Right.
And I think that's beautiful, because I think it's very hard when you want to be honest, you want to be raw, you want to talk about what you want to talk about, and you can't do that because oftentimes we know in this room right now, as all 5 of us are trans women of color, we're silenced in many things. We feel erased. But we're not going to be erased, because that's why.
You can't be erased.
Yes, we're never going to be erased, because we are doing it here. We're doing it big. And so, of course, I love all the glitz and the glam as well. So I love the fact that we get to bring our favorite beautiful personalities. So that's what I love. So we got a few minutes left. And I want to go around the room really quick and just say, what other projects would you like to see coincide or kind of, happen within Tea Time with the Girls, the YouTube series? So what would you like to see?
I would like to see it spin off into like an actual like show like the Bad Girls Club.
Hey.
But I feel like only because I feel like a lot of trans girls go through that stigma where they're always like, trans girls don't get along. They can't ever like be nice to each other. They're always catty towards each other. And it's like, if we show that there could be a show like that where they grow from their past and like you can put that stigma away, like I really want to showcase that to the world. I feel like Tea Time with the Girls only shows a classy side of that, but there's people that don't have that type of personality. There's other personalities out there that has to be shown, and they have to get their lives out there because that's how they really express themselves. And I'm really, really hoping that happens, you know? Yeah.
What I would like to see happen is more of like not like a reality show kind of, but like a documentary kind of thing. Where it's like you show like, because I mean it's one thing to get pumped and to have all these surgeries and to go out there and be beautiful, but if you don't make a doctor's appointment and get your breast done, your laser, your face, you change your name, you go through all the legal document changes that you need to do, or even just getting on the bus and going to the grocery store. I want people to see that we have to live that too. We don't just put on the makeup. And something that my mom said is there's more to being a woman than just looking pretty and sitting there taking pictures.
So much more.
Right. There's more to it than just, I have this full face of makeup and here I am pretty taking cute pictures. You still have to go out there and live an actual life.
That's why I got on a stick of makeup right now.
And she's
Period.
like, look at her.
Yes.
And here I am with the full face of makeup. I
got a 50-50.
No, I love that. I think what you both said is awesome. I would love to see, because I also heard that another one of our sisters just got engaged. So I would like to see kind of a show where we evolve past that, where we go into that mainstream world, right? Where we are married with 2 dogs and a white picket fence, and we are living that American dream, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been married for almost 3 years now, and it's been a roller coaster of events, but it's been so amazing, and it's a privilege that most of my trans sisters don't have, and I recognize that privilege every time I walk out my front door. You know what I'm saying? When I walk with my husband, you know, I recognize that it's a privilege that a lot of my sisters don't have, right? And so, but I think that that's something that we should show our community, because it's not, we don't all aspire, and that's cute, you know what I'm saying? I didn't aspire to be an escort, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the lifestyle that I wanted to be married, and I think that for a lot of our counterparts, they don't know that that's an option for them, you know what I'm saying? And so I just think I would love to have some kind of like, I married a trans girl, you know, and this is what it's like, or something like that, you know, some type of spin-off like that.
For sure.
Shoot, we only have 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna make it really fast. Because I would love to see like a dating series.
Yeah.
Wow.
So because you know, Shimmer's looking for her
like
special
Love is
one.
Blind. Like Love is Blind.
So yes, I think that'd be fabulous. You know, like you're the Bachelor and the Bachelorette. Let's do it for trans people.
I think they're getting something up. I like that.
Yes. All right, we have very quickly. Let's go around the room and just say our names and where can we find us on our social media handles.
So this is your girl Raquel Paulson. You can find me on Facebook as Raquel Paulson, or you can find me on Instagram at Lady P.
My name is Katrina. You can find me on Instagram under True Love Katrina, and on Facebook as Katrina Natalia Oera. You can just type in Katrina Natalia and it'll come up.
Just so much extra. I love Katrina though. That's my sister. I'm Carmen. You can find me on Instagram, Black Barbie 24/7. Black Barbie _.
About too much.
24/7. Facebook, Carmen Johnson. You know, Black Barbie.
Come on.
You can find me on Instagram at Rahima Dawn Diva, and Facebook Rahima Martinez, and that's MER, not MAR.
Okay. And I'm Queen Via Gomez. You can find me on Instagram at ShimmerGlitz13, as well as Fresh Fruit right here at KFAI. It's been an honor. I love all my sisters, Raquel, Katrina, Carmen, Riri. I love you.
Come on, say my name like us with the Spanish drill.
Yes, Raquel. This is a very special song for my sisters. We got Son and Bone coming up next. Here is a song called Sister by Mickey Guyton. Good night. Happy New Year. Be safe. We love you.
Good night. Happy New Year.
We love you.